Shadow Force. Traveling through space, Coop got a little lost in the brilliant colors. When traveling through space, one get to have a closer look at the different shapes of galaxies. Mr. Taylor, where are we? Coop asked. We are in outer space, sir, said Teal. Funny, I'm going down to visit our guests. Maybe they know where we can chill. 42, take over. Maybe we can put our heads together and come up with a plan, said Coop as he left the bridge. Okay, listen up, you maggots. This is your Commander 42 speaking. Get us out of the solar system and closer to home. Warp factor 1.6. Engage. Yes, sir, said Maxwell. The ship took off into the darkness of space. Honey, we got guests, said Sergeant Jack. Blockhead, Sergeant Jack, the Brazilian government should be right behind us. We need a place to chill for a while, said Coop. Coop, how nice to see you, said Blockhead. Smells good. Why don't we put our heads together over dinner? I'm starved, said Coop. Why don't we hide behind enemy lines? They'll never find us there. Don't worry, I've got people there, said Blockhead. 42, Coop calls the bridge from the remote intercom system in the wall. What's up, Coop? 42 answers the call. We got new headings. I'm feeding them through to the ship's computer. Coop out. 42 gave the command to correct the heading and takes off in a new direction. Taylor compensates for the new heading. Maxwell quickly diverts the ship's power to the thrusters and the warp drive. When 42 flies freestyle, the crew just works with him and makes it happen. The crew still believes this is just a training mission, so they just go on doing their job, hoping to pass the test. Traveling at light speed for some time now, the tiny ship was nearing the Ambernian territory. Doppler notices a blip on his radar. Taylor noticed it as well. Whatever it is, it's coming fast on our 6 o'clock. You are needed on the bridge, Commander, said Doppler. I've got to go. Save me some of that grub. Out of frying pan into the fire, said Coop. Hey, I said don't worry. I've got connections, said Blockhead. Coop returned to the bridge and sat in his seat. What's going on? Coop inquired. Sir, at our present course, we will be heading into Avernian territory. We're definitely on the wrong side of the track, sir, said Doppler. I'm picking up a battle, Commander, said Doppler. Come to a complete stop. I'll be on level 1. I will now command the ship from the tail section. There, we might be going behind enemy lines. 42, alert blue, said Coop. Hostile vessels approaching, bearing 15.67, said Doppler. Sir, they want to board us, sir, said Doppler. Let them board, said Coop. Coop went back to the lower level. to meet his new guest. Blockhead was with him since she knew them well. The alien came aboard the ship. Coop noticed it still had on its spacesuit. This made it look intimidating. It was shaped like a humanoid. Coop had the feeling this was a male alien by the way it's shaped. When it spoke with the sound seemed to be coming from a speaker, coming from its backpack. It was a male voice. We waited 3 days in the neutral zone for Lockheed. We were not detected by the order forces. I suggest we vacate this area at once, said the alien. Lockheed, do you trust these guys? Asked Coop, leaning over closer to Lockheed, whispering in her ear. Coop, this is Curtis. I trust him enough to know he wants to get these maps to Prince Taurus safely. He's good at what he does. A hired escort. He's just too ambitious. He's head of the Shadow Forces. Coop walked away from Lockheed, saying nothing. He walked to the intercom system on the wall. He called Maxwell's control panel. An image of Coop appeared on one of Maxwell's 4 LCD screens. Maxwell was startled and came to attention. Sir, Maxwell answered, kind of loud, like he was back at the academy. Disconnect the back section. Lockheed and I will be taking it and going with these guys. 42, you're in charge. The Shadow Forces are leaving a couple of vessels to aid you if anything kicks off. I know the order forces are not far behind, said Coop. The back portion of the ship separated from the front slowly, with enough smoke and steam to make it look like a big event is taking place. After the spacecraft was well on its way, Lockheed decided to open up to Coop. Coop, I would like to thank you for going out of your way for me, she said. It seemed like you had something up your sleeve. Just didn't want to disappoint you, said Coop. We will be meeting on Outpost 67 in the Rand Quadrant. Watch your back when you get there, said Lockheed. The outpost sits on an asteroid in a remote region of the neutral zone. Here, when you die, no one's going to hear you cry. The small spacecraft docked at a loading bay. Here we are, Outpost 67. This is the outpost that borders the neutral zone. You know what that means? Asked Lockheed. Lockheed, there's something I've been meaning to ask you. Whose side are you on anyway? Asked Coop. I'm on the side of peace, said Lockheed. Prince Taurus is at his mansion on the planet Enway's Prime. Within Prince Taurus' mansion, Prince Taurus stands at the edge of a cliff as he peers out of a gigantic window. Prince Taurus has a witch doctor always by his side. The witch doctor stands about 3 feet tall. He wears a hat and walks with a staff with a gem on top. Shadow Forces has arrived, Prince Torres, and they have Blockhead. She's not alone. She's with the Federation. She must know we would have to kill her before we let her leave this outpost. She's smart, and that makes her dangerous. We can't afford to lose the war on a technicality with the Federation. Prince Torres, this is Shadow Force 1. Prince Torres heard a voice come over the intercom system. He waved his hand slowly across the gigantic glass. An image of the leader of the Shadow Force appeared on the gigantic window. We have Lockheed and the Commander Coop of the Federation. The Federation asked Prince Torres. I hope she's keeping to her agreement. Let her live. We don't need any shit from the Federation. Besides, once we have the cord, it's all over for her planet. Come, Surge. Let's meet our Miss Lockheed. Summon the Royal Guards. Let's make her feel important. Yes. Show her how much we care. Prince Torres waits for Lockheed in the docking bay where the spacecraft is docked. He came with his royal guards. He contacts Lockheed. He and his royal guards appeared on the widescreen in front of them. We are alone. Why don't you come on out? Don't worry, I won't hurt you. I only want you to see the men that will be going in after the cord. And they will be looking for you if we are double-crossed. The widescreen went black. Why don't I just wait in the ship? You might need a fast exit, said Coop. Maybe you're right. We will be making the exchange in this docking bay. I should be in and out, said Lockheed. So what's the prize? Coop asked. Something that will bring the mech to its knees. While my men and I go after the cord, you're welcome to join us if you like, said Lockheed. No thanks. We have life support. Good luck, Lockheed, said Coop. Yeah, luck, right. Just keep your engines running. Lockheed left through the hatch in the back of the spacecraft. Coop was caught looking at her sexy ass as she walked out. The docking bay is big enough to fit 1,100 soldiers. Lockheed, welcome to Outpost 67. You said to come alone, Prince Torres. Come on, Lockheed. You bring your people, I'll bring mine, said Prince Torres. Here's your maps. Lockheed said, holding the maps in her hand. Where are my tanks? Lockheed inquired. My lord, Shadow Force will escort you to your tanks. Prince Torres then left the docking bay. The royal guards turned and left as well. The leader of the Shadow Forces escorted Lockheed to the tanks. Lockheed, you will need a bigger ship than that if you want those Blitz 70 tanks. For a small fee, I can arrange transport and we can work it where you can get 4 tanks and they're pilots, said Curtis. What do you have in mind, Curtis? And how much will it cost me? Lockheed inquired. Your money is no good around here. We want Federation credit. I'll just let you talk it over with your friend there, said Curtis. I'll get back to you. ETA? 15 minutes, said Lockheed. Lockheed had already arranged for the tank pickup by a missionary freighter. The military don't often check missionary freighters. I just want to thank you, Father, for the use of your ship, Lockheed said to the monk. Lockheed, this is my fight as well. My fight for freedom is to the bitter end. The missionary freighter shouldn't alert the military to want to check us too carefully, said the monk. I like to compliment you on your ship. It's very clean and it sure hides a lot, said Lockheed. Yes, we will be reaching Cameron in 2 hours. Please enjoy the lounge on deck 6, said the monk. Thank you. I'll do that, said Lockheed. Nice tank, said the monk. Yes, thanks. They're fully stocked with trenching rations, enough for 7 months. Hold up to 28 troops apiece. The rest should be in the training manual, but for now, we must leave this nebula. It is unstable, said the monk. The Stingray is successfully reattached. The Federation ship starts to move away from the nebula. The leader of the Shadow Forces appeared on one of Coop's 4 LCD screens on his control panel. Okay, this is as far as we go. Remember, stay on the edge of the nebula. Don't attract attention. You'll be okay, said Curtis. Coop looked up General Sagunto on the ship's computer. Arms trade. General Sagunto is not on our list. It is the arms dealer. They want to keep the war going so they can have someone tell their weapons of death to. The Shadow Forces scattered and disappeared into the darkness of space.